Thank you for joining us for this interview. And so would you just like to give an overview about yourself, what you're doing, and how has the event been so far?
So my name is Supriya. I head up media and ad tech solutions in the UK for Microsoft Advertising. I've been there for about 2.5 years now. Prior to that, I was agency signed, spent a lot of time in performance agencies, which is why I'm here at, Performance Marketing World Unlocked. I've spent the last couple of days just really absorbing and listening to the talks. It's been really insightful. I always enjoy coming to conferences and listening to others talk, because you really get a feel for, what is the industry thinking about? What is it that customers, clients, agencies are thinking about? What are the challenges that they're seeing out there? And really just kind of soaking it all in and taking it back with me.
Yeah, that sounds lovely. So with the advent of introduction of more sophisticated AI and all these machine learning tools, which is getting more and more regularly used, where do you think it sort of applies in the ad space, and where's the intersection where human intervention is still very sought after and really needed?
So if we split that into two, the first is obviously looking at generative AI and within the ad space itself. So we've obviously got CoPilot in Bing. We put CoPilot into Bing for a reason. One is to democratize generative AI so that we could get adoption and make it available to everyone. The reason why we created CoPilot, and the name CoPilot kind of gives it away, is because we see it as a support mechanism. We see it as that co-worker that you would always have on hand usually to go and speak to. Obviously, we're now in a hybrid working situation, many of us, and so therefore you don't have that co-worker to hand. So there's a piece around how do you get information quickly. So CoPilot was put into Bing to be able to enable individuals to be able to source information quickly, which is where generative AI comes into it. Yes, we've created ads or ad experiences within it, and at the moment what it is doing is pulling in search ads and dynamic search ads and shopping ads into that experience, but making it relevant to the conversation that's being had. So for example, if you are asking CoPilot to help you choose a holiday, it will surface ads around holidays, whether that is flights or whether that is package deals. That is what we're doing at the moment, and again it is from the lens of connecting consumers to the information that they're seeking. So I think that kind of talks a little bit about the ad space. Now there is a lot more coming to it. Some of it is about the consumer experience, and some of it is about the marketing executive or the person that's going to be running that advertising campaign. So what's just landed on our blog today is dynamic filters. So if you think about your shopping feed at the moment, if you were to go into search or have a conversation with CoPilot, you would be given a number of shopping ads that you have to sift through. Shopping feeds have a number of elements within them and custom labels. You can use those custom labels to define your product better, so that search engines can surface the most relevant products for the search. What we're enabling CoPilot to do is to take those custom labels and create filters from it. So for example, if you're looking for a board game, it may ask you how many players, because the custom labels may know that there are 2-player games or 4-player games. So we're enabling dynamic filters to be applied within conversations. That has come from the lens of making it more relevant. For you, so that you as an advertiser get more relevant leads, more relevant traffic to your site, but also for the user so that they can really zone in and hone into exactly what it is that they're looking for. So that's one of the things that drops today. We've also got Ad Studio, which is enabling advertisers to create campaigns quicker by taking assets and templatized ad units to be able to create ads quicker. Also videos are coming. Showroom ads is really, really interesting, because what we're doing there is enabling brands to be able to bring their showroom to life in an ad unit. And then the other thing that we talked about today is brand agents. So we believe that the future is going to be agentic, it's going to be conversational. And in order for brands to be part of that conversation, it's going to be really important for them to be able to enable that conversation in that environment. And so we kind of envisage a future where there'll be brand agents that are talking to CoPilot and really bringing that experience to life, utilizing all the knowledge that it has on the brand. So that's the first question.
Yeah.
The second question, remind me what it was again?
Like with all of these, like you just mentioned, like a host of sort of integral tools that-
Human intervention.
Yeah, where do you think that there is still a critical need for human intervention in sort of all of this?
So our mission is to empower humans to do more.
Yeah.
So we don't envisage a world where humans will not play a leading role within either marketing or within development or anything. If you go back a step and you think about where we are today in this world, we're in a really complex world. Microsoft's been around for about 50 years. In those 50 years, you've had the advent of personal computers, you've had internet, you've had mobile, and then now you've got AI, machine learning, and generative AI. And that has enabled a booming technological environment that we're in. But it's really complex. And in order for you to make the most of all of that technology, you have to be technology literate. Otherwise, actually, you're just scratching the surface. I mean, I'm not that technology literate when it comes to my mobile phone, for example. And I'm only just scratching the surface of what I can do with it. And the reason why I'm only doing that is because I need time to be able to understand. I need time to be able to really look through all the features. However, with CoPilot, or with using generative AI, actually I can surface the information I'm looking for, or the features that I'm looking for, a lot quicker.
Yeah.
But who's actually making that decision? It's me,
Yeah.
right? It's not CoPilot. It's not generative AI. It's me. So we really feel that technology is a solution to the really complex technological world that we find ourselves in, and that's the world that we're creating. So I don't believe that humans will lose their jobs. I do believe that we'll be able to do a lot more because we'll have more time to think and be more creative and be more strategic. And so our time will be taken up less by that kind of mental stress of going through all the information that we have and passing through and really finding those nuggets of insights to actually acting on the insights, which will just allow us to do more.
Yeah. Sounds lovely. And what do you think should the ad industry should take away from all the discussion we just had? What is the one key takeaway for like the ad space in general?
So I think today, and I have to talk about today rather than the future because I have no idea what the future holds, right? But today, and after listening to a lot of the talks that have been happening from this marketing world, is that AI is not a silver bullet, right? It isn't gonna fix everything. We are only at the early design stages of actually what AI can do. We're really, and it is developing really, really quickly. I've got to give it that, you know. And not only is development exponential, adoption is also exponential. And that in itself will create more use cases and more things that are going to come out through generative AI. But it isn't the silver bullet. It's really important for businesses, if we're talking about agencies and in the marketing world and brands, they need to think about what are the use cases, what is the challenge in their business that they're trying to solve today, and then look at how generative AI can solve that. Then look at the technology that's out there that can help them create the solution to the challenge that they're faced with today. And I think that's the thing that I'd love businesses to spend more time thinking about, and then thinking about how do they deploy it, and I think there is a lot of information out there. It is moving pretty fast, but people need to take a moment to just sit and think and understand what they're looking to achieve with generative AI, and how their business is going to benefit from it today. And also have an eye to the future and understand actually what is it that's on the horizon that also they should be thinking about adopting. But really, the first use cases are very much around efficiency for our people, which also is about retaining our people. It's about making sure that their experiences at work are enjoyable, that they are looked after. Generative AI can enable that by being able to, help them be more efficient, enable them to be more creative because they've got that time back and more strategic, and maybe, support them.
Yeah, great. That was a lovely talk. Thank you so much, Supriya, for giving your time.